Should I do flash or team?
Well,
Well, that's going to be. Hey, Governor Deal, how are you?
First of all, he's an educator. I know he looks like a lawyer and he looks like a governor, but in his heart, he's an educator because it's in his genes. His parents, and Sandy's parents, and also Sandra, who I'm sure sat at his elbow giving him a lesson every night on education, as my wife still does with me. And that's important. But the thing that, among his accomplishments, he worked from an economic development standpoint and education standpoint to bring broadband throughout the entire state of Georgia, allowing us to take the great things that are happening in education to the smallest school possible, so that every school and every county was on equal footing. So it's my pleasure to invite to the podium our Governor, Nathan Dew.
I want to share a few things with you this morning about where I think we need to go in terms of education. You know, when you spend over half of the money that the taxpayers of this state entrust you with, I think they have a right to expect that we produce the kind of results that they think they're paying for. It is a partnership. It is a partnership of education at the K through 12, and actually even more so now, pre-K, as we include them in a broader scope of what education does entail, and of course our technical schools and our colleges and universities. Although they are not a seamless partnership, we have constitutional divisions that probably are appropriately in place to give us each an area and realm of responsibility. In the minds of the public, it should be a seamless team of cooperation, and I thank you. I think you've come a long way. During the 4 years that I've been honored to be the governor, I think we've all come a long way of learning to work together, and that's what's important. Look at the old QBE formula. We know that it is not solely tailored to meet the modern day needs, and we need to figure out how do we make the adjustments appropriately so that we can get more for our dollars. But I think it goes beyond that. Funding is a major part of it, but I think there are structural implementation changes that we need to consider. So my intention is that we will appoint an education reform commission, that it will embrace not only the financial structure of how we fund K through 12 education, but will also embrace delivery models. And keeping in mind that I think all of us want to be able to give local systems as much flexibility as possible, but the other side of the coin always, of course, is accountability for the flexibility as to how it's used and the results that are being produced. We've come a long way in a short period of time. We are now in a posture, thanks to the work of a lot of people in this room, to be able to come up with a model of evaluating growth of children in a classroom. I understand the concern that teachers have about not being caught in a political maze where you only get a pay raise if you are the favorite of the principal. Nobody wants that. That is not good for education. All of us want to know, however, what is the quality of growth of children who come into a particular teacher's classroom? And if they are showing exceptional results in terms of student growth, then they should be rewarded for that. One of my premises is this: we should come up with a way in which good teachers are rewarded for being just that, good teachers. They should not be put in a position of only being able to go up the ladder of administration in order to get a pay raise. We should give them appropriate compensation for the fact that they are at best in the classroom. So those are the kinds of broad-ranging things that deserve to be explored. They deserve to figure out whether or not we can rescue children from failing schools. If there's one commitment I'm going to make, it is this: we are going to do our very best to make sure that no child in this state is trapped in a failing school. Because when they are, we have condemned them to a future that denies their potential. We can't afford that. It is a generational thing. Because if they are trapped in a failing school, their children will likewise be trapped in a failing environment. We owe it to the parents, we owe it to the children to give them a better shot.